takes time. The bigger issue is that most of the enterprise testing test across highly fragmented landscape, different tools, different frameworks, different teams, and different technology. The fragmentation makes it, difficult to reuse the work or, the quality of the work. And it is difficult to get one clear picture of the release readiness. So as you can see in the fragmented testing tools, how today is that today many organizations use one set of tools for web testing, or it can be for another set for mobile, or another for API, and some for performance testing, or some for mainframe or even for the databases. On top of that one, different teams uses different languages and frameworks, Java, Python, C Sharp, and all. The result is that we ended up in the duplicate effort. Every project starts with a scratch. Components are hard to reuse. But in the UiPath Test Cloud, it changes everything by giving teams one platform, one methodology across every application and across every application like web, mobile, desktop, API, database, performance testing. The value is not just about tool consolidation. It is the shared skills, reusable components, and unified and built-in AI across the entire testing lifecycle. As you can see in this one, like one platform, different application. Everything we can automate using the UiPath Test Cloud. And now you can see this one, right? This is how the normal software's life cycle looks like. You know, synchronizing the requirements, evaluating the requirements, creating the test case, reviewing the test designs. One for one process, we are using one tools or different application and all. And it is done entirely manually and at best supported by traditional or rule-based automation. And this is what it slows everything down. And you may ask this question now, why UiPath Test Cloud? UiPath Test Cloud is designed to help the organization scale testing without scaling their teams at the same rate. It brings together test design, test automation, test management into one platform. And on top of that one, you will going to get the agentic capabilities across each and every life cycle of the SDLC. Can see the UiPath test clouds not only leave the testers aside, it will make the collaborative workspace between the agents, people, and the robots. And you can do the performance testing, functional testing all at a one place, and it is always AI powered. It can be in the test design phase, or it can be in the test automation, or it can be in the test execution, or it can be in the test management. In each and every phase, we are providing the AI capabilities so that it will help you to scale the testing, and it will help to reduce the testing time as well. And also it is a low code platform, so nobody needs to have that testing language or something. So, and as you can see, and now we see our customer get here by three ways. One is by leveraging built-in out-of-the-box AI agents that support them across every phase of testing. Second, they build their own agents. You can build their own agents particular to the functionality, or you have any specific things that needs to be done in particular manner. You can build it across that agents. And the third pillar is the orchestrating the agents. What exactly we are doing in the orchestrating agents? We are connecting the agents that we have built in, or we are connecting the automation that we created, and the humans are orchestrating the entire end-to-end workflow using the orchestrating agent. This is how we are going to close the entire SDLC cycle by using the three pillars of the UiPath Test Cloud. Any questions or any doubts on this one? Okay. So this is exactly where UiPath Test Cloud comes in. Agent steps in across the life cycle, not to replace you, but to amplify you and take the heavy lifting off your plates. You can see this one, right? We are able to generate with the help of automation the requirements that with the AI, and human can evaluate that one, evaluate the requirements and create the test case, prioritize it. In each and every phase, the agent can do the evaluation or create the test case and all. Humans can review it. In by this way, with the help of AI, we are able to fasten the SDLC life cycle. So now, first we'll talk about the first pillar of the test cloud, that is, built-in agents. So UiPath test cloud comes with pre-built agents, and which is embedded across the entire testing lifecycle, from the test design, test automation to test execution, as well as the test management. These agents helps access the requirements, generates and automate the test, self-healing the failures at the runtime, also provide the real-time insights into the test results and guidance through chat. The result is faster and less manual effort and immediate impact, without you need to build or configure anything upfront. And also today we are going to see how agents is embedded across the UiPath test cloud in the test manager, how it is going to fasten up the process of the SDLC lifecycle. And this is what you are able to see it, how it is going to be in the UiPath. When you are going to the second pillar, before going to second pillar, you can see this one, right? As I was mentioning, the built-in agents and all. So these are some of the agents which helps in the STLC lifecycle. In the test design phase, we have the AI agents which will help you to detect absolute test cases, build specified autopilots, generate the test for the SAP transaction, or it can be generate the test from the requirements. In the similar way, you can able to see the test automation and the test management phase. We have a different built-in agents for the test automation. Autopilot assists you in converting these manual tests into automated, whether low-coded, UI or API based. And second is that the built-in agents. So this is what it will gives you the flexibility building the custom AI agent for exactly what you want to do. So every organization and every testing life cycle needs different kind of process that needs to be automated. Some are doing the testing in a different phase. So in the first pillar we have the predefined built-in agents which will help you to complete the 60% of the automation, or 70% I can tell that. But some of the things you still need to go and automate further. In that case, where the built-in agents will come, with the help of agent builder, teams can define the agent intent and scope using the natural language grounded in the enterprise context and memory. And it can, equipped with the right automation as well. It's not only, you have to build the agents, you can add the automation into that one, into this one, as well as and a human in the loop. So that, let's assume it as if you want to do something and a particular process, and the human wants to see once it is results. After that turn only, we need to publish the result. In that case, we can put human in the loop, and once all the process is done, it will send the results to the humans or to the end users. He can review it, and once it is agree, he can approve that. Then the rest of the automation can continue and will continue and will complete it. This is how we can embedded human in the loop for the custom agents as well. This is the third pillar where everything brings together through orchestration. The test cloud coordinates AI agents, the automations, and the human testers into a single end-to-end workflow with a built-in governance and oversight. You can monitor and optimize multi-agent execution, integrate seamlessly into CI/CD pipelines, and automatically handle the execution and recovery. What is the end result? The end result is that it is reliable, enterprise self-agentic testing that is continuous and autonomously. You can finish from the beginning. With the help of this one, I would like to go into the actual demo. Instead, I want to close this PPT and I want to actually showcase how UiPath Test Cloud looks and how the agentic capabilities is available in the UiPath. So let me go back to it and let me, open the UiPath. Oh, my screen. And look into the chat section to see if there is any question. Yes, I'm going to showcase. This is the live execution that I'm going to do in front of you, like how agents will help in the SDLC life cycle. So for this session, today I will be going to demonstrate only on the first pillar. In the upcoming session, we are planned a series of session. So with in that one, we are going to cover all the things. It can be a built-in agents as well as performance testing, SAP testing and all. We have, organizing a series of session with the help of a community team. And for the second pillar, which is building the custom agents, we are planning to have a insertion in Bangalore. So you can register and you can come and do the live experience then and there itself. For today's session, I will be mainly focusing on the first pillar, how how AI agents will help in the STLC cycle, that is requirement, test case generation, test set executions and all. I think I don't have any other questions. Okay, then I'll directly jump into the main scenario. Okay, this is how the UiPath test cloud looks like. And as you can see, this is the dashboard which consists of all the execution results. And I currently created one project in the test cloud, that is CAF. You can see this one, right? This is the CF and this is the dashboard, how it looks like. All the execution that will be done depending upon the dates and all, you are able to see it here, as well as the pass and state fail result as well. And you can see how much is the automation coverage, how much is the manually and how much is automated, you can able to see. And as well as like you are able to see the latest execution at the latest results. So for this session, I have created this new projects and this is how you can able to create and execute in one platform. You can see this requirement, test case, test sets, even the performance testing, you can do it here itself and you can see the execution and the project settings. Now I will be explaining the requirements part. So in the requirements part, you can create a requirements, and if you create one requirement, I have created one requirement for this session. As you can see, I have created one requirements and I am using the UI Bank loan as an application for testing. So as you can see, this is the overview of the requirements where you are able to provide all the details regarding that one. And if you have created any test case related to that, it will be attached to this requirement. And as you can see, we have some of the most advanced features in the test cloud. As you can see, this is the autonomous exploration. What autonomous exploration will do, it is a kind of a exploratory testing. As you already know, exploratory testing is kind of when the application or when the feature is released. As a manual tester, we will go without any test cases and all, we will go inside the application and check that whether something is working or something label is not there, whether the label is placed at the correct places and all. So all these things we are able to do with the help of autonomous exploration. And we have these features which is embedded into the test manager. And the next comes with the optimized coverage. So what we are going to do in the optimized coverage is that we have three agentic capabilities. That is, one is the evaluating the quality, and the second is that the generating the tests and finding the absolute tests. So we are going one by one into each and everything, and we'll showcase like how you can help the testing life cycle. You can see this one, right? So now I'm going to click on the evaluate quality. What exactly in the evaluate quality will do is that if you have the requirements and if you have some documents, if you don't have the proper requirements as well, if you have the documents and if you have something like flow chart or something like that one, you can upload here. You can see, you can add the file here, or else you can add any images as well. And once you attach the documents, and you can, when you click on the next, you will be provided with a certain prompts. You are able to see it like this one, right? It can be multi-phase audit, or it can be performance evaluation, or it is the security assessment. So it will ask for the prompt what exactly, on what basis you want to evaluate the requirements. Is it on the multi-phase audit, or is it on the performance evaluation you are doing, or is it a security assessment? So for each and every things, we have already predefined prompts, which is provided. As you can see, for performance evaluation, I have 10 different criteria that I have mentioned, which is a predefined, or else for multi-phase, I have another prompts is there, and as well as the security assessments, I have 10 other different prompts are there. Should I have to use these prompts? No. Depending upon the application, you can change it at any point of time. Let's assume it as, I don't, in our environment, in our system, security assessment, no, it's not how we do. If you have something in particular, you can always come here and you can remove this, and you can write your own prompts as well. Let's assume it as I want to do something like boundary value testing. So you can just add it. So it is just as simple as it is. So it's the predefined prompts we are providing, and you can use it. Or else if you find it more, this is not useful, and all, you can always write your own prompt by removing any of the things. Or else you can use the predefined prompts. So now in this case, what exactly I'm doing is that, okay, now I will be doing the performance evaluation on the requirements which I have created. So here we have different AI models. As you know, these are some of the latest one, Cloud, Sonnet, and GPT, Gemini, and all. You can use any of the model. By default, it will be in the cloud. And when once you click on the evaluate quality, so what it will do is that it will try to analyze the requirement what is provided, and it will try to analyze the document. If you provided any documents, it can be flowchart, or it can be image, or it can be anything, PDF or something. If you have attached that one, it will try to analyze both the things, and it will try to give some of the suggestion. Okay, this is what it is missing in your requirements. This is what you can add it. This is what it is available. This is what you need to do. If you feel that, okay, this is what I need to test and all, you can always try to add that requirements. And, depending upon depending upon the internet and all, it will generate very quickly. But today I'm facing some internet issue. That's why it is taking some time. But it will take hardly 10 to 20 seconds only. So okay, now it got generated. As you can see, it just provided some of the enhancement which we can do. It is telling that, okay, define the page load response time. Here they are mentioning that the requirement does not specify any extra expected response time for the page loads. So yes, from the performance standpoint, yes, this is what I needed. Or else, you can tell that specify the submission processing time, or if you want to use any defined database query, benches and all, you can see all the details will be provided. If you feel that that is what you are looking, sorry, if you feel that this is the one that you're looking for, you can add it to the requirements, or else you can always click on suggest more, or you can regenerate it. Okay, so now I feel like this is the one that I'm looking. So I clicked on add to requirements. So now you can see this one, right? This is directly been added to the requirements, which is already present. Any doubts on this one? Okay. In the similar way, once the requirements evaluation is completed and all, we can go to optimize coverage, and we can click on generate tests. So in the similar way, how we done the evaluation of requirements, in the similar way, we can provide the additional context to generate the test case. You can provide any kind of PDF formats or and all. You can see that some of the supported formats. It can be a docs, it can be XLS, it can be JPG, or it can be PDF, it can be CSV, and even it can be BPMN format. So you can upload the documents, as well as if you have some, huge database or huge documents which is there, you can upload with the help of a RAG. And once you're done with that one, so you can go back and you can click on next. In the similar way, how we have done in the evaluation of requirement quality, we have the predefined prompts. You can already see that, but here the set of prompts is different. So now for generating the test cases, we have five other different section. One is boundary value testing, one is end-to-end flow verification testing, one is valid end-to-end scenario testing. Depending upon the each and every prompts, we have a predefined instruction set which is attached to that prompt. So you can see for validate end-to-end scenario testing, create test case exclusively for valid, complete user journeys and all, avoid test case for invalid inputs and all. It is mentioning if you go to the boundary value testing you want to do, you can tell that okay, define the valid range, identify minimum and maximum. It can be help in the negative testing, negative scenario testing, all these things. So if you feel like you want to add one test case or anything particular to your instance and all, you can add it directly by yourself as well. Let's assume it as okay. So once I click on generate test, it is able to generate the test case up to 10 at once. So let's assume it as I have that in one scenario that, okay, I want to generate only one test case. Okay, let me generate only one test case. You can just provide the prompts like this one as well. So it is completely flexible that how you want to test, what exactly you want to test, and what are the scenarios that you want to test. So it is always comes with the AI, right? So it will try to analyze what exactly the prompts that you are going to provide. It will try to analyze. It is not a predefined that okay, this is what it is going to test. It every time it will try to analyze what exactly the instruction that is being provided. So depending upon that one, it will try to generate. So now I'm going to use the boundary value testing, and then I'm going to click on generate test. So in this section, what exactly it is going to do, it will try to analyze all the requirements which is provided in the description part, and what are the documents which is currently available, what are the documents which is being attached. And one more interesting thing what it will do is that, so as I was showing these requirements, I show that one test case which is being attached to that one. So what exactly it will do is that the AI is matured enough to analyze which is already built in test cases, whatever the test cases which is already available or which is already generated, it will try to check that one as well, and then it will try to create which is not available. So there is no problem in the duplicate test case creation. So it is, mature enough to get that one as well. So as you can see, I'm able to see some of the test case or, some of the test case which is already been generated. As you can see, okay, let me open this one. So you can see this one, right? So it is not just the label thing, it will just provide each and everything. So what is the description and what is expected results? You can see this one, right? Navigate to the loan application and click on the apply for, click on the description for each and every steps, and you can see what is the verified thing and what is the expected behavior. So you are able to get the entire manual test case with a single glow, with a single click, sorry. So yeah, I feel like this is the one test case that I want, or you can select all the test case if you feel that is right. And once you select that one, you can click on create test. So once you click on create test, what it will happen? So whatever the test case which is being generated, it will get attached to that requirements. As you can see, these are the few test cases which has been attached right now. So let's assume it as I will go inside this test case. And as you can see, it is provided the description, And if I go to the automation and I don't see any automation linked to this one, and you can see that these are the labels. This is the manual test case, and this is the autopilot generated test case. And if I come to the manual steps, you can able to see all the test steps, and depending upon the test case, let's assume it as if you feel that you need some more things that you need to add, some of the things that you need to, you know, you want to test and all. At any point of time, you can come here and you can add next step. It will provide what exactly the expected thing, what is the description you can provide. And also, if you feel that you want to move up and down, this is the first you need to do. You can do it at any point of time as well. Any doubts? Okay, let me come back to the chat and let me see any doubt, any questions are there. Okay, let's consider how to test if a cursor is clicking on the next tab or the next page and logging the based on the value. We have given the asset section. What if I'm wrong to given that how to test? Because in man, I'm giving the change in the asset sections and testing it how to do it. Okay. The cursor is clicking on the next tab. The next page. Based on the valid credential we have given in the asset section. What if it is wrong? How to give and how to test that? Because in manual I'm giving and changing the assets section and testing it how to do with this. Okay, that's a good question, Upendra. So like in the UiPath test clouds, so this is how you are going to generate the test cases and all. But once it is generated and all, since it is still in the manual test case, you can provide, like, if you feel that any instruction or anything which is not correct and all, you can add it at any point of time. So in your case, like, you want to make based on the valid login credentials, right? So when you go to the test manager, all these details, all these parameters, we can make it as a parametric one, so that we can link the test case or the test assets. You can do the negative testing as well as positive testing at that point. See, simple is one testing done, all the assets based. If assets change, then entire process will change, right? Get this one. No. I mean, the expected behavior is not added in all the test steps. So as you can see, it will always comes with a verification part. So if I click on this one, so we don't have that expected behavior. So, but when it comes to the verification, that is where we are verifying that this is the expected behavior. So it will comes with a verification step. Sometimes we'll also change the links in the asset sections, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I will answer at the end of the session, then open. Okay, this is how you are going to create the test cases with the help of AI. So once it is done, we have two more advanced features. So let's say if you are doing sanity testing or something like that one, and I don't have any built-in automation I want to do at that point only, you can do with the help of run with autopilot. So what you can do is that, so this is an AI features where it is just, we don't have any object repository or we don't have anything. It is just that, you are providing the URL here. Once you provide the URL, you provide the model. Once you provide the model, you can click on run. So with that help of that one, you are able to execute this entire test case then and there itself. And you can do the sanity testing at that point of time. So let's assume it as like, okay, I don't want to do the sanity testing and all, but I want to keep it and I want to record all these things. So how we can do that one? So that is where our developer environment will come. That is where we are going to help with the help of Studio. So there also, should we have to do it manually? No. So I will just go to the Studio and I will show you how these things we can develop or we can automate with the help of a single click. Okay, let me go back into this studio environment. So this is the studio environment which I was talking. So all the automation, all the development works will be done in the studio. So as you can see, so this project is linked to the projects which I created in the test manager. All the things which is interlinked here. You can see this one, right? This is the CAF projects which I created in the test manager. And this is the test explorer where you are able to see all the test cases which you have developed. As you can see, there is only one test cases. That is the manual test cases. And let me go and refresh this. So right now we have created 10 test cases. And as you can see this one, right? So whatever the test case we just now created, all the test case which is available in the studio as well. You can see this is the one validate loan rejection, loan, these things and all everything we have and everything is linked in the studio environment. So now what we are going to do is that we have created the object repository for this one. And here also we don't need to create the entire process end to end. What we can do is that with the help of the autopilot is an advanced AI capability. With the help of that one, you are able to generate the entire automated workflow with a single click. I can tell that right now the maturity of the automation which lies around 70 to 90%. It depends upon the test case definition, how well the test case is defined. At the same time, how well the object repository is created. So in this case, I have verified that one. Okay, let me take this first one and let me try to generate the test case with the help of autopilot. As you can see in the project panel, I don't have the test case. Anything is created. And now I'm going to create the test case, generate the automated test case with the help of autopilot. So it will take 10 to 15 seconds of time to generate the workflow. How it is going to do is that it will try to analyze whatever the test tab which is defined in the test manager, and it will try to analyze is there any object repository is available. So if it is available, it will try to pick that and it will try to generate the entire workflow. So now as you can see, it has generated the entire workflow. It is generating the entire workflow. So now our task is to identify and check that whether everything is generated correct or not. So as you can see here, so okay, it is still generating. You can see each and every step it is generated with the help of autopilot, and even it took whatever the test data which is provided in the test manager, which is auto generated. It took that one and it is able to identify and it will fill that all the details as well. You can see this one, right? And it is also able to provide that verification expression as well. And you can see this one, right? So it is only trying to get the format and it is trying to get the results as well. So our first and foremost important thing what we need to check is that we need to check whether all the steps is correct or not. So in this case, so the data is defined, or if you want to make this data as a generic or a parametric one, you can provide that as a parameter. You can remove and add it here as well. Or else if I go to the test manager, mm, okay. I go to test manager. Once the application or once the test case is created and all, if you provide instead of apply for loan or instead of providing that the dummy data, if you make it as a parameter in the double braces and all, it will in the studio as well, it will take it as a parametric test case itself, so that you don't need to define at each and every stage. So it is just like you define it here and it's done. So no need to create or do the necessary steps again and again and again. You can see this one, right? This is where you have to provide this. You can see that in the double curly braces, you have to provide all the details. And once it is done, it is good to go. So now let's try to run this test case and I see, okay, there is one small error. So where it is trying to show that what exactly the application we need to check. And I can tell that the object repository, this is the one that I need to, this is the one you need to select. This is how that, you are going to tell that, okay, this is what the application should looks like and this is what you need to do. So now let's try to run this test case and try to check that whether this will work properly or not. So okay, I never done any kind of modification in this one. I'm just trying to execute. I check that and verify the flow. So now I'm trying to run this one and let's see whether this will work perfectly or not. So the main point is that you need to define and verify the test steps and the test case as well. So now let's come to chat. I'm seeing some of the questions is there. It will try to compile the activities which is being generated by the autopilot and then it will try to execute it. So I think for the parameters, I think I have mentioned that you can either define at the test case level in the test manager as well, or else you can come here in the studio. You can define the parameters. So I can after this execution, I can show you more about the parameters. If you generate the test case using optimization, don't I need to develop the same in studio? No, so that is what, like if you do the generate the test case in the studio, that will generate the manual test cases. That doesn't link anything with the automation. So there are two things that you can do. If you want to do any kind of sanity testing and all, you can use the autonomous exploration testing, or else you can come back to studio as I showed you just now. All the test cases which is provided, it is auto linked to that one, and you can with the help of autopilot you are able to generate this one. So now you are able to see this one, right? It is able to generate the test case and it is able to execute as well. And you are able to see the end results and you are able to see it is false. I mean, the output is wrong only. So let's see why that is. So you can see this one, right? The expression, the approval message is failed because like I was trying in the test case, which was mentioned, I have to verify, congrats, you have been approved for a loan for the UI bank. But when we are getting, we just got the context of you have been approved for a loan. You can see this one, right? This is how you are able to identify and verify that as well. So this is how easy to build with the help of AI agents through the entire software lifecycle. So as I was mentioning about the parameters and all, you can see this is the data manager where you can define the parameters as a arguments as a variable and you can pass these things for the different data sets and then you can just configure it. That's it. So it will be parametric. So whatever the arguments, let's assume it as if I create something as email ID. This is the argument that is created. I'm making as a parametric. So instead of me providing the name, right, mail ID, argument that I've created. So you can link to the data set and then you can run the same scripts for the multiple thing. You can see this one, right? So this is the test case. You can add the test data set for that particular test case. We have different sources of test data you can generate. Either you can generate with the help of autopilot. It will only generate some dummy random data. You can test it with the help of that one. You can always, do it a file if you have any Excel or anything you are doing. You can use the data service, that is data fabric, which is already provided in, which is built in UiPath things, and test data queue auto generate. These are some of the things that will make you to, data driven testing, that will help you to make the test case as a data driven testing where you can do the negative testing at the same time. So as you can see this one, right? So I was able to automate from the requirements within 30 minutes only. Any questions or any doubts? This one. So I'll take up some of the questions in the chats. Seeing the okay, we have the ability to use prompts and set context for autopilot when we are generating the automated test case in the UiPath Studio. How accurately static and dynamic variables are created? Yes, yes, Gaurav, like we have the capability to use the prompts and set the context for autopilot. So we have one more advanced features in the autopilot or in the studio, that is autopilot chat. So I wanted to showcase in today's session as well, but due to some internal server error, I'm not able to do. So what it will do is that you are able to get, or you are able to chat with a agent and tell that, okay, you can see some of the things that I have already done here. So this is the chat that I was doing earlier before this tool. So what are the tools you are able to use? It is able to tell that, okay, these are the tools that I can do. And so I was telling, so get me the manual test cases. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just chatting with an agent to tell and what is available. I'm telling that get me the manual test cases. It is able to retrieve all the test cases. You can see this one, right? So it is able to retrieve all the test cases. And I was telling that, okay, get the steps for this manual test cases. See, whatever the test case which is being generated, it is able to get that manual test cases steps, as well as, I can tell that, hey, automate this test case as a UiPath workflow. And it is able to automate it as well. And you can provide each and every instruction. You can make it, the data centric, okay, I want this kind of variable. Okay, this is the thing. That parameter level you can do with the help of autopilot chat as well. So that is much more advanced feature which is available in the UiPath Studio. So I generate the test case using prompt I need. Okay, do you have the capability? Okay, this is done. Can we generate the automated test scripts for the complex test scenarios or just happy path and linear scenarios? Okay, so like it is not just the small scenarios that we are doing. We are able to generate for the complex scenarios. Let me try to showcase some of the things. So these are some of the leading partners, leading customers that they are using the UiPath Studio, and they are completely utilizing the autopilot as well as built-in agents. As you know, this is Cisco, NatWest, Eureka, EDF Renewables. And you can see this one, right? You can see the challenge what Cisco was facing. Cisco was facing with the code quality, frequent bugs, and poor standard and all. So like with the help of autopilot, it is able to do the complete live testing. So it is not just, I'm telling that for today's sessions or not, these are the live customers that they are using the UiPath and they are happy with that one too. And you can see this one, right? NatFest using UiPath and they are, there is a reduction of 95% in the test time, test execution, and the entire SDLC life cycle. And okay, so complex test scenarios include validation and assertion at every steps, usage of orchestration, spanning into multiple screens and elements, having more than 50 test steps using reusable. Yes, Gaurav, we can do that one. What kind of license do we need to execute test sets from the orchestrator? So like we have the test manager license, we have that one. We will get the test bundle thing. So with that one, you can able to execute all these stuffs. And actually, till now you're showcasing the flow using built-in agents, AI agents. But what if I want to create my own agents? Can I able to build it here? Yes, Anuj, we are able to build our own agents. And this session, like I want to give an overview of how the UiPath test cloud looks like and all. So in the upcoming session, as I was mentioning earlier, so I think in the July or the early month of August, I mean first week of August, we are planning to have in-session event in Bangalore to build your own custom agent. It's a complete hands-on workshop and we are going to organize a series of events where we are going to teach and educate and enable how UiPath Test Cloud looks like and what are the features is available. You try to join into that, register that session, and you can experience or you can create your own agent. That as you generated the whole test case with the just as a click. So at what time? Uh, at that time only we can select the prompts and content instead of using autopilot chat afterwards. No, like the problem is actually I was planning to have the autopilot chat. So because of some server down is there, I could not able to use the autopilot chat for today's session, or else I was planning to use the autopilot chat only. So I mean, I hope I will try to showcase that features in the upcoming session. Questions? Any other doubts? Okay, so now I will move to the last part of this session. So as you can see, this is the some of the leaders test cloud. I mean, sorry, we are named as a leader by some of the top teams by Gartner, Fortner, and IDC. So as you can see, UiPath, where exactly we are leading. So we have different uh, competitors we have, but we are leaders in each and every space domains. You can see this one, right? It can be Gartner, it can be Fortner, it can be IDC. So, okay. So I'll try to end this session by telling few of the things. So if you are taking one thing away, it's this, test cloud help you to make your testing fast and reliable so you can release it sooner. Okay. Okay. So you can release sooner with the confidence as well as, that accelerates your time to value, especially safely. That is governance, what everyone is looking for with the AI involving. And when the value is captured earlier, the impact is real. Because like with the developments is faster, then we have to, capture and we have to automate faster, or else we will be lagging behind one sprint, two sprints like that one. So, that will saves the millions of budgets and time and efforts. So this is how UiPath Test Clouds helps you to turn testing efficiency into real business outcome. It's not just a tool to do one particular thing. It is just, with the help of one tool, you can do everything. It can be any applications or it can be any framework.
Rakshit, is there any way that I can connect with you? That what are the questions I have with you to just to sort out and ask some questions that personally to upskill myself in the current organization. So, is there any way that to connect with you?
Sure, sure, Upendra. Like after the end of this session, we will be, sending the email to this one with the help of the all the links and all. I'll provide my LinkedIn details in that one. You can try to contact with me.
Sure, Rakshit. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other doubts or anything?
Uh, so same way. So is there in this evaluation of era of AI and agentics and some more is coming, right? So in that way, so currently I'm working as a automation tester. So same in your path only by using orchestrator. So what will be the career to upskill ourselves in the same testing area only? With I mean, not only in the UiPath or any other tools that you recommend. So if the answer is not suitable to, I mean, if the question is not suitable to answer in the to question in this way, so I can connect with you personally, Rakshit.
No, no, no. Actually, that's a really good question. So I would like to answer it here only, so that people who are interested in UiPath, you can always do the certification and their upskill there. Okay. So in the UiPath, if you are working already as a automation tester and all, so now with the evolving AI agentic things and all, so there comes a place where it's not only with the AI that you want to do, it's that thing that when the customer, when everybody is doing the rat, okay, I want to do automation, I want to do AI thing, I want to do this one and all. So we need to upskill in such a way that we need someone to tell that when to use AI, when to use core automation, when to use and how to use AI. Because like if people has the very wrong notion that okay, with the help of one click or with the help of one thing and all AI can do. If that is there, then we don't have any testers will be there. I can buy one AI and it will do the rest of the things. No, that is not the case. AI is not reached that level. And even it cannot, I don't think it will reach to that point where every humans will be there in the loop. So you can upskill something like where you can become kind of a architect, solution architect or a test architect, where you can tell to them that okay, this is where UI needed, this is how we need to design, or this is how we need to design our entire architecture framework, so that okay, this is what AI is going to do and this is what humans needs to do, this is the entire plans that we can do and we can develop that one. So that is where we need to move on. So we need to utilize AI and make it to work, and you have to governance the everything. You have to make sure everything is working. Like that one, we need to move further. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I have some, confusion on that. So where to move, how to move, and where we can start. So and other things. But yeah, I'll connect with you in LinkedIn. Rakshit. Thank
Sure,
you.
sure. Thank you. Any other doubts or question? Okay, guys, thanks for joining. And as I mentioned earlier, we have upcoming series of sessions that is completely focused on the testing itself. So where I'm going to host all those sessions from my team. They will be, contributing to those sessions as well. So there is some of the important and interesting sessions which is coming from the UiPath. So the next session will be on the performance testing in the first week of July. We'll soon release the date and all the links to register. You guys can register, and after that, we have the agentic built-in, custom agent building session, which is going to happen in Bangalore in UiPath office. You please feel to register, and you guys can come in and you build your own agents and have some questions. You'll get real good insights from the UiPath TestCloud team itself. So we are whom we are currently working on, as well as we have SAP and some other interesting session is planned out related to AI and everything for this entire year. Please feel free to join, and if you have any questions, Just ping me in the LinkedIn. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for your time.